Right, Graham.
Yes.
We're taking this testimony from you because of some great prayer that you had for your back.
Yeah.
Can you just, this was at the beginning of this year's School of Supernatural Evangelism, and we started with praying for people who wanted healing,
Yeah.
and you asked for prayer for your back. Do you want to
right.
just describe what the problem was with your back, how long you'd had it?
Okay. Well, it's a problem which I've had since about the age of 12, when I had an accident and I damaged my back. It wasn't really diagnosed until only about 10 years ago,
Yeah.
when it was found that my spine was slightly twisted and compressed.
Yeah.
So it's throughout my life it's been causing me problems of one sort or another.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one of the signs of it was bending down. What?
Yeah, I found that very difficult bending down. I could, I mean, I've never been able to touch my toes, but over the last, I don't know, 6-7 years or so, I haven't been able to get any further than my knees.
Yeah.
So I then had a significant pain in my back, so I went along to osteopath.
Yeah.
And at the end of the treatment, she drew a line tracing my spine down my back.
Yeah, so she did this on your back.
On my back, yeah.
Yeah.
So you can.
And that was showing the misalignment.
Yeah, it shows at the top of the shoulders. There's a significant bend in the spine, and
Yeah.
another one at the top of the lumbar region, another significant bend in my spine.
Yeah. So you brought that in.
Yeah.
And I took a photo of it, and this is how your back looked on that particular occasion. Right. So that's how your back was looking. That's what the osteopath was trying to treat.
Yeah.
You asked for some prayer.
I did. Yeah.
And yeah, tell us what happened in the prayer.
Well, I certainly felt a lot of heat on my back.
Yeah.
I didn't feel anything drastic, so it's quite sort of gentle. And I did feel sort of like a freeing up somewhat of the back. And then I think it was either yourself or Alex suggested that next time I go to the physio, to ask her to trace another line down my back and take a photo of it, which is what I did.
And we're going to look at that in a moment. But
Yeah.
before we did that, we asked you to test out, see if there was anything that you could do that you couldn't do before prayer.
That's right. So I said, well, now touch your toes or see how far down you could get. And I was actually bowled over because I could get down as far as my ankles, which I've probably not been able to do since I was about 15. So that was quite
Yeah,
something.
no, it was. That was real evidence. So just show us where you could get to before, and now
Okay.
where you can get to
So,
now.
so where I could get to before was about there,
Yeah.
which you see is not very far down the foot at all.
No.
And now I can get down to there.
Yeah.
So it is, sort of from that much, which is, I suppose, about a foot or more extra
Yeah.
bending, which is amazing.
Well,
Yeah.
very significant after
Yeah.
3 minutes of prayer.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. So you went back to the osteo,
Yeah,
and she drew your spine out again.
she did, yeah,
So this is it. Let's have a look at what we're now seeing.
yeah.
So
And you can now see that the curve at the top, just above the shoulder blades, is virtually gone.
yeah.
And likewise for the one at the top of the lumbar area, and the whole spine is significantly straighter.
Yeah, it is. It is.
So I did ask for prayer again,
Yeah.
and I haven't been able to ask the osteopath to draw a line because I'm not quite sure what she's going to think about drawing lines all over me all the time.
Yeah.
But I do intend to sort of go back and see the osteopath and to get her to draw a line. Although she has said that she thinks my whole posture is vastly improved.
Yeah.
So,
and so we'll make that third drawing, but
yeah.
what is significant is that because your spine was so twisted,
Yeah.
Building up the muscles in your back was causing a problem.
It was.
Just, do you want to explain that? And
when
change?
when I was building up the muscles, because they were pulling in the wrong direction, or one was pulling to one side more than the other because of the spine, it was pulling the spine out of alignment more and causing me pain every so often. So now the spine's in alignment and straight. If I start to build, as I'm starting to build the muscles up, it's pulling equally on the spine. So so it's okay for me to build the muscles up and strengthen them without putting my back out.
And that's what's happening.
And that's what's happening.
You're building
now.
your muscles up.
I'm building muscles up now, which is what's helping also with my posture.
Yeah.
By doing that. Yeah.
So you basically had that problem for how many years?
Since I was 12.
A long time.
A long time. Yeah.
That's great, isn't it?
Yeah.
That is absolutely great.
Fantastic.
Graham, so many people suffer from back problems. That's going to be a huge encouragement to many people, and they put a few osteos out of business.